Next Monday in the United States, I will meet with the Recording Academy, organizers of the Grammy Awards, to fast-track plans for establishing world-class studios here in Kenya and to set in motion the journey towards eventually hosting an African edition of the Grammy Awards.
So, if you're a Kenyan, do you trust your president when he says Nairobi might soon host the Grammys? That's not satire. It's a serious policy pitch. Ruto insists the deal is in motion. $500 billion shillings already committed. US meetings lined up next month. And the promise of world-class studios in Kenya. The question is this bold leadership or just another costly gamble with your trust and your taxes? At the 97th Kenya Music Festival in Sagana, Ruto repeated his pledge. He will meet Recording Academy executives in the US to fast-track the Grammy plan. He spoke of world-class studios and Nairobi as Africa's creative capital. But beneath the applause is the doubt. Can Kenyans believe this is more than another headline project?
This financial year, through the Teacher Service Commission and the Ministry of Education, we are undertaking a Kenya shillings 950 million retooling program to ensure we have the human resources to identify, nurture, and guide artistic talent from a young age. I will meet with the Recording Academy, organizers of the Grammy Awards, to fast-track plans for establishing world-class studios here in Kenya and to set in motion the journey towards eventually hosting an African edition of the Grammy Awards in Nairobi. As usual, there are those who doubt, the cynics who question everything we do. But as we have always done, we will answer them with tangible outcomes.
Music also helps us to fight the negative things that we want to discourage from our society. Corruption, laziness, and all manner of bad behavior, including violence and crime.
$500 billion Kenyan shillings already paid has become the flashpoint. Ruto framed it as part of the bid, not a handout. Dennis Itumbi clarified that if Kenya loses, the money comes back. Still, the trust gap lingers. Ordinary Kenyans ask, if schools lack funds and maize prices are soaring, why does the government prioritize a Grammy dream? Is this about opportunity or about optics?
For the creative economy, we all appreciate that Nairobi on Sundays has become an open theater where people actually shoot everything. In fact, ahead of Easy there is a gentleman from Grammy Awards, and there's also something there you are doing around the Grammy Awards for Africa. And we have actually instructed the State Department to pay so that then the Grammy Awards can be hosted in Kenya. There are a few things to unlock, and this gentleman has an appointment with you this week to unlock that part. So on that part of commerce, we are not only interested, but we are actively playing a part on it. Finally, the president has already given instructions, and I've written to you a letter from our Office of Creative Economic Coordination for us to begin bidding for the World Creative Economy Conference in 2027 to become the first African country to bring the world sector here, because that will unlock the entire creative economy. Thank you very much.
Let me help you, Dennis. Actually, the money for Grammys, we already paid. We are not about to pay. We already paid 500 million shillings towards that, and I'm sure the gentleman from Grammys can confirm that that is the direction we are going.
On paper, the benefits look enormous. Nairobi hosting a Grammy edition would boost tourism and hospitality revenue, thousands of jobs in events and production, local artists gaining global exposure, systems like digital royalties finally working. This could be transformative. But again, it circles back to trust. Can this government deliver those benefits, or will they remain promises? E-Citizen is already under scrutiny.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, lakini si Grammys zilikuwa tu zifanywe hapa hivi Kenya ama kuliendaje? Juu niko hapa nangoja kina Kendrick washuke, watu tunaona tu ni kina Mlamua. What's happening bana?
Online Kenyans are blunt. Quote, we can't afford unga but we can afford the Grammys. Our artists can't even get their royalties. This is prestige politics while citizens struggle. It's not just skepticism, it's exhaustion. After years of bold pledges and half-kept promises, trust is thin.
You know, I'm a voting member of the Grammy board, guys. Yeah, I vote every year for the Grammy Awards. And I feel happy that we're having a conversation of that nature. I know the timing of it all might be wrong, and the vessel that delivered the message might be off for the people. But it's an investment in the music industry in this country in a positive way. It's just that it came from a broken vessel, and it came from a direction that we don't want to hear from, and I understand. However, bringing the Grammys to Kenya or to Africa is the same thing that the Latins have the Latin Grammy Awards, in the, you know, that are different from the US. So let's just wait and see, man. You know, there's a lot has been said and not done.
Yeah.
So when we see it done, we'll be grateful.
The Recording Academy has reportedly shown interest in Talanta Stadium as a base. Ruto has ordered the Ministry of Youth and Creative Economy to fast-track completion. But Kenyans have heard this tone before. Stadiums promised before elections. Roads pledged but unfinished. Will Talanta be different? It's already more than halfway done. Or is it another white elephant dressed in Grammy glitter?
As usual, there are those who doubt, the cynics who question everything we do. But as we have always done, we will answer them with tangible outcomes.
If this succeeds, Kenya shifts its identity, just like the way Harambee Stars has. Not just a political hub, not just a safari destination, but a cultural powerhouse. Imagine global stars walking red carpets in Nairobi, headlines shifting from corruption trials to music milestones. But the flip side is brutal. If this collapses, it becomes another case study in political overreach, where ambition was bigger than delivery and public trust shrunk further. So, do you trust Ruto when he says Nairobi might host the Grammys? Or is this another costly gamble dressed up as a vision? The answer won't come in speeches. It will come in completed stadiums, paid royalties, and whether those $500 million shillings turn into history or just another headline. Drop your comments. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Jr.